Welcome to Sensibly Cynical. My name is Sean, and with me yet again is Frank Jag. What's going on, Frank?
What's up, Sean?
All right, so what are we going to talk about today, bro?
What are we going to talk about today?
Yeah. You got anything on your mind?
There are a lot of things on my mind.
Yeah, what kind of question is that, right? But, so what do you want to talk about? The stocks?
Well,
NFL?
You want to talk about the Jags. So
Well, yeah, I mean...
Get that off your chest so I don't have to listen to it again.
I mean, this bullshit is, we're up 16, and, we start playing conservative. Ramsey gets a couple picks, and then, once we get some penalties, some bullshit penalties, the roughing the passer, Calais Campbell, takes him down without a pillow and a blankie. And, guys get holding.
Why don't you just follow the rules that are on the sport? Why don't you just follow the rules of sport?
We got 2 interceptions negated by penalty. I mean,
follow the rules.
No, but I'm with you on that though. I mean, even with those calls, you still can't do it. I mean, the bottom line is
you gotta play the game the way Roger Goodell, the evil emperor, wants you to play the game.
I don't like the weight rule. I mean, how are you supposed to tackle somebody and not put your weight on the guy? What is this like? Yeah, you did actually. But no, it sucks now because we're 3-7, and we got to win out.
You got the same record as the Giants.
Yeah, we got to win out to even get a chance. But at least we play the Bills next week.
Yeah, the second best defense in the NFL.
At least we play the Bills next week. You know what I mean?
You guys are gonna lose so bad.
I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised because we're probably just gonna all our defense players are gonna throw in the towel.
It's really gonna be a game between Leonard Fournette and.
We're not gonna try as hard. Our defense played really well. Ramsey had 2 picks, career high 2 picks. We had Church had a pick. We played really well on defense. It's just we have an inept offense that we don't trust.
So you're gonna just give up on your team?
I'm not giving up on my team, but I'm saying they're gonna give up. They're not gonna
give up. So they're pansies, is what you're saying. They have no heart.
They're 3-7.
So you play the games out.
They're getting paid.
You play the games out, just like LeBron said in the finals. You play it out. They made that 3. They brought into overtime. They won the game.
Yeah, you're professionals, and they get paid
You get paid a lot of money. You never give up. You play, because who the hell wants to lose? You always play to win.
I know. I'm just saying. I was like really pissed off about the game, how it went out, and all these bullshit penalties.
It's the Bortles effect.
Yeah, I mean, but then why pay him $50 million? I mean,
they're stupid.
It's
amazing. It's amazing. The Jags. You're talking about how bad they are, but I mean, look at the Skins. Their quarterback broke his leg.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. He did, didn't he? He's out Is he out for the season?
He broke his freaking leg. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
Colt McCoy, and he's a capable quarterback, so we'll see how that goes. So, how about college football coming in?
Yeah, UCF, my alma mater.
UCF, the thing about that college is I've always thought they were trash, and they kind of are. But
kind of are. Because you're on the they don't play anybody train?
But, as everyone should be.
Yeah, but now they're...
But, they played Cincinnati, a formidable opponent.
Who ranked?
And they beat them pretty good, so...
They were ranked.
They may have something there. They won about 20 games in a row almost, but I mean
23.
23 in a game.
Yeah.
23 games in a row. So I mean, they're almost able to be respected as a real team.
I had a couple buddies that went to the tailgate, and he was because game day was there. They were telling me it was like off the chain, man. Like there's like 20. They said something about like 20,000 people were out there. Like. Just before, and some of them were like sleeping out before overnight to get a spot.
Yeah, UFC might actually be legit.
UCF, you mean?
Who cares?
UFC, UCF.
I said I respect their play. I don't respect them enough to say
UFC, UCF.
I don't care. I really don't. But they're almost respectable enough to to say they might be a real team.
But I don't know. I don't think they'll make the playoff because it's
because they don't play good people.
They're sliding up the rankings kind of late, and
they don't play real competition.
But hopefully things will change because they're playing. They should be playing Houston next week too.
Yeah,
that's another.
That's not a bad team.
That's another big win. So we'll see. So we'll see what happens. Went to the Seminoles game, right?
I did.
This past week against Boston College.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How did Florida State look? Their quarterback, Francois.
Francois, he lacks throwing the ball deep. He lacks the ability to do it accurately.
So you don't see him as like a pro prospect?
He doesn't know how to read the option. He doesn't really throw the ball accurately deep.
Yeah, but is he smart with the ball?
You know,
like, does he know when to...
Francois, if he wants to go to the NFL, he probably should play college a few more years.
Well, yeah, he's a junior. So
right, but he's got more eligibility.
Yeah, next year.
Eligibility.
Does he?
So he's got more eligibility.
Well, he needs to use it all, apparently.
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
Spend some extra time in the tape room, but he threw it deep for the game winner or late in the game. So I mean,
yeah,
he can do it sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you know how the ACC is. I mean, it's Clemson and everybody else.
NC State's pretty good.
Yeah, they started off strong, but haven't they faded a little bit?
A little bit. SU's okay, pretty good.
Yeah, and then of course, but yeah, like you said, Clemson should
Clemson's gonna run
should make the playoff and maybe win the whole thing.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Like, what, you think Alabama's gonna win it?
I don't even know if Alabama's gonna make the playoff.
No, yeah, they are. They have to. What are you saying? They're gonna lose the SEC championship game?
Yes.
LSU,
Georgia.
right? Oh, Georgia?
They're gonna play Georgia in the title game.
Oh, I thought it was LSU.
Nope, they're gonna play Georgia.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe.
Georgia should have had him last year.
Georgia's got that young quarterback that's pretty good from.
Yeah.
So,
Georgia should have had them last year.
You know?
I mean, granted, they don't have the same running game they did last year, but
right.
They still have a running game. And, they should have beat them last year in the championship. They didn't know, they weren't ready for the backup quarterback to come in and destroy him. So, I think they're ready this year, and I don't think they let that happen again.
Yeah, I mean, what will be interesting to see is when you got Notre Dame out there, with no conferences affiliated.
Notre Dame will make it.
Yeah, because they play a hard schedule every year.
Unlike
UCF.
Right. They played an actual hard schedule.
Well, UCF can't help it because they schedule. Sometimes it's not under their control. It's who wants to play them. They schedule. I don't know if you know this, Frank, but they put these schedules out like 4 years in advance.
Well, Notre Dame.
It's hard for UCF sometimes to get games scheduled.
Notre Dame doesn't even have a conference, and they're getting scheduled.
Well, it's Notre Dame. It's different. They have a.
And they played good teams and they won.
Notre Dame has been around since the 1800s.
What they played? Michigan. They beat Michigan week 1.
UCF's been around for 20 years. More than that.
How does that matter?
More than that. I'm just saying.
They were bad.
Notre Dame has an established brand, touchdown Jesus and. The Golden Dome.
Experiments. I mean, not experiments. Excuses. All I hear is excuses.
Touchdown Jesus and.
I hear excuses.
People want to play Notre Dame.
Why? So they can lose? I mean, people should want to play UCF because they were a bad team. It's a cupcake game.
When you win 23 straight, it's hard to call them, bad.
You said they did 4 years. 4 years they scheduled the games. 4 years ago they weren't good.
No, yeah, 3 years ago they weren't. They went winless, 0-12, and then last year they went from 0-12 to 12-0. First time it's ever been done in the history of, I think, Division I.
Well, I mean, when you play 12 cupcakes in a row,
the fact that they went from winless to undefeated.
12 cupcakes in a row.
Yeah, but that's pretty hard, with recruits. I mean, but they went from shitty to really, really, really good in one season. I mean, that's hard to do. New coach, Speaking of coach, Frost went to their old coach. Frost is struggling down there in Nebraska.
4-7.
Are they coming on strong lately?
But the other losses, were pretty much one score losses, and they started 0-5, and now they're 4-7.
Maybe they'll get
4-2 since then. So he's coming together.
Maybe they'll be set up next year, with a nice recruiting class.
Yeah, they've definitely started to turn it around late in the year.
Get a bowl game next year.
Maybe shoot, they might be able to, if they continue to improve, they might be able to play for the Big Ten title, because the only one that they got Northwestern and Wisconsin on that side. That's it.
Frank, so what about your alma mater? Do they have a football team?
No, they don't. They have a hockey team that's ranked pretty well.
Oh yeah, are they like nationally ranked?
Well, they're D3, but.
Oh yeah, so they're highly ranked in D3.
Yeah.
They get scholarships.
You can't give sports scholarships in D3.
That's what I asked. I said, so the answer is no.
Well, I mean, I don't know how you don't know that.
What, D3? I thought there was some sort of scholar. So you don't get scholarships in you get scholarships in D2. I thought, right?
Yeah, you can get that.
Oh, I thought there was scholarships for D3 too.
They can give you academic scholarships.
They can give you money under the table.
They
Not
give
saying
you
that people ever
scholarships.
do.
They can't give you sports scholarships.
They can give you strippers to get you to go up to the school.
What do you think this is, D1? No.
You know, get strippers under the table.
Well, I mean, we're really close to Canada. Osceola State's real close to Canada, so I mean, they get a lot of people from.
Yeah, they're probably. You guys are probably good. Yeah,
They got
Canadians.
a lot of people that, were playing in the minor leagues and then went to college at 22, and so they're playing hockey for Osceola State. So they're a pretty good team.
Yeah. So, is there anything else in with football that's kind of striking you this season? Anything else that you want to talk about? I mean, the Patriots. Do you see them going back to the NFL? Do you see the Patriots being dangerous
No.
in the playoffs?
No.
Well, do you think Tom Brady's showing his age finally?
No.
Then what do you think happens?
They don't have enough weapons.
On defense?
They're not playing.
Yeah. What do you think? Because it's their defense? You don't think their defense is strong enough?
Gronk isn't doing crap. Maybe when he plays. Defense isn't that good. All they really have is Gordon and Edelman. I mean, they don't really have any weapons at all.
Well, do they still have James White, or did he?
Yeah, they still have James White.
Yeah, James White. They got Gordon and everything.
It's Sony Michel who's their running back, because James White doesn't run the ball; he just catches it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Sony Michel, he's banged up. I mean, they really just don't. I don't think they have the firepower to make a late run.
Yeah. Well, you never know with Josh Gordon. I mean.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna make him enough of the playbook this year. I don't think they have the firepower right now to actually even make the conference championship, man.
Really?
They probably don't even have enough to get a first round bye this year.
Oh, so you think they'll sneak in as a wild card, and then who?
No. I think they're gonna win the division because their division's awful.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they have anything. I don't think they're gonna get a first round bye. I think
you just think this is one of those years where they go down a little bit.
Yeah, they might lose in the wild card round of the second round.
Yeah.
I don't think they make the conference championship. I don't think they have enough power.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, I don't want to doubt Tom Brady. So, if anyone can carry a team, it's Tom Brady.
I don't know about that.
The
system is good, but the system, I think they've fallen apart in too much that even the system can't save them this year.
Yeah. So, what do you think about your boy Eli Manning this week? He looked pretty solid, didn't he?
You had one incompletion.
Yeah, he looked pretty solid. What's up with this? Does he do this like once a season now? Like
he just
he goes back to the old ways. And
when did he play well? I mean, what old ways? But
2008.
But no, I just think I don't know. I just think there's a fire in their stomach. They're more motivated now. Really, he still doesn't move.
Well, some people think he's a Hall of Famer. I mean,
call those people.
You don't agree. You obviously don't agree.
No, why would you be a Hall of Famer?
People always count the rings and
count the rings.
No, but I'm
saying
has
a ring.
Yeah, so does who else has a ring that's kind of Trent Dilfer, someone else. Didn't Rex Grossman get a ring?
No, he lost to Peyton Manning.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then, but yeah, you're right. There's a precedent though of quarterbacks, getting rings that aren't like all pros,
or even good at the sport of football.
You're right. Brad Johnson, that's the one I was thinking of. Brad Johnson. Yeah. I was thinking, that amazing matchup of Brad Johnson versus Rich Gannon.
Yeah, well, Derek Brooks was that game.
Sapp and Lynch. The
Brooks.
Bucks were loaded, man.
Derek Brooks won that Super Bowl.
Rondé Barber.
Mm-hmm.
They
had a lot of power there.
Mike Allstott.
Mike Allstott, fullback that ran the ball.
He didn't give a fuck, bro. He would he would run people over and stare them down. He didn't play in the pussy league.
No, he didn't.
He was a beast. Nowadays, half those guys on the Bucks would be suspended for the shit they did. They would fuck people up in the middle,
yeah.
For real. You think I'm kidding?
No, I'm not. No, Ray Lewis. I mean, that's how he made his career, just beating people up.
They do that launching penalty nowadays. Everyone launched every play back then.
Right.
That was the thing to do.
Right.
Was you launch yourself on third down.
Right.
When someone goes in the middle, you just use yourself as like a missile,
mm-hmm.
fuck them up, and break up the play.
Right. I mean, that's how you do it.
That's what they did.
That's how you're supposed to play football. But People are pussies now. They want to cry. Oh, I don't remember shit.
People are
Fuck
getting
you.
flags for landing on a quarterback.
Right.
I'm still mad about that one. I'll be mad about that game for a while.
Yeah.
I'll get over it, but
Hopefully you stop talking about it very soon. So about the rest of the world, we got the stock market's taking a hit.
yeah,
People, even with great earnings, the stock market's coming
jobs.
back down. Jobs are great. People are worried about China because Trump's.
Everyone worries about China. That's like the thing to do in life.
Gotta
China,
hit China
China.
Stock. It's amazing. You see stocks getting profits, beating estimates, and they're still down 6%. Just the way the market's going. You know.
As your boy Donald Trump would say, China.
Yeah, screw that place.
No.
That's my favorite part about him.
That was a bad Trump impersonation.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, but it should be interesting. With this whole thing with Trump, he went and saw the fires. You hear about that?
Mm-hmm.
The fires in California.
It was California's fault.
I mean,
So
what was it? The forest and
Yeah.
they didn't monitor the forest, so it got out of control.
I just don't understand. All right. If we just let dead brush in the woods, it'll turn into nutrients in the soil.
A lot of people lost their lives.
We're dumb hippies.
How many people died? Like
So-
they're still counting them.
These dumb hippies, they think we're gonna leave a bunch of dead brush all over the place so that the nutrients will be in the soil and we'll make the forest healthier. Dumbass! You don't have any freaking humidity. There's no water in the air. Everything's really dry. So it starts fire and it goes up instantly. So you know what that means? Your dumb hippie ass that wanted to make the freaking forest healthier just caused a giant forest fire that killed a bunch of people. You freaking morons. You got, not only should you not be reelected, you should be brought to jail and sentenced to 10 years for being retarded. Being that stupid should be a crime.
Did you see the videos that came out? People were driving through like flaming roads and and Paradise, California got like burned to a crisp. It was like that scene out of the Book of Eli. You ever seen that movie?
Mm-mm.
Where Eli walks through like charred towns after the Armageddon.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like a scene out of that, where it's just like totally burned down to a crisp. Towns were basically just destroyed. They had the mayor of Paradise on CNN because that's what I do with my life, watch CNN and sleep. So I was watching CNN, and the lady, I felt bad because CNN was trying to dramatize it, like they always get at dramatizing. So they were like, yeah. So what's going on over in Paradise? She goes like, oh, we burned down, or it took out like 90% of the town.
Mm-hmm.
It's just charred, burnt.
Right.
She said that she was living out of it burned her house, the mayor. Mm-hmm. She's living out of some like RV camping ground, but she gets a rental. I mean, I'm sure she has money, so they're not going to let the mayor be homeless. I mean, they're gonna.
She's a town to be mayor of anymore.
They're gonna rebuild. I mean, some of those places are gonna rebuild. And did you see? Did you hear? I just found out. Did you hear what Kardashians did? They hired their own personal fire marshal. Not fire marshal. They hired their own personal firemen.
Why?
They take care of their house.
Hey, money works. Money talks.
And that was before it got like really bad. Will Smith posted a video. What was it? Gerard Butler, he lost his house. So I mean, celebrities lost their houses. Daniel Tosh.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully they. In all seriousness, note, I hope that they rebuild. Those towns, and
they will.
Then Malibu got pretty, hit too, where a lot of those celebrities lived in Malibu. So they'll rebuild. They all got money and. They'll survive.
They'll hopefully get insurance checks, but the thing about it is intelligence. People in more liberal states usually don't have a lot of intelligence, like New York State, California. They don't. Not the people don't, but the people are intelligent.
They're so worried about sports.
The governments aren't very smart because they're liberals, and liberal is actually a mental disorder. So I mean.
Now we know. We know how you feel, Frank.
So they Unfortunately, sometimes they don't think logically, about making sure things are cleaned up and operable. They just more worry about feelings
and like their 20
than working.
And their 20 sports franchises.
Yeah, well,
They got, like.
Well, hopefully this is a wake up call to those people that they make sure that they take the proper procedures and protocol from now on.
Is there anything else in the news that you wanted to talk about?
It's funny. Stormy Daniels recently said that Trump ruined her career.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's funny to me because Trump made her sign a disclosure where she doesn't discuss what happened, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
She broke that disclosure, right, by talking about it, right?
Right.
She works in porn, right? Where they probably don't want you to say everything you see. But they know you have a big mouth now, and even if they make you sign documents saying you won't talk about it, they don't give a shit.
Right.
So, who ruined whose career?
Yeah, I mean...
He tried to save you from yourself by not talking, and you somehow still hurt yourself.
Yeah, maybe she felt like she had something she wanted to,
No, she wanted to make money, and not only did she not make money, she somehow lost her career.
Yeah.
But she learned something.
Speaking of politics, did you hear about Condoleezza Rice?
Yeah, they want to hire the Browns coach.
It's the Browns brown. That's what they do. The Browns are always brown.
The thing about it, she was on the selection committee from 2014 to 2016.
I think it was just a publicity stunt, and to get some.
She was on the selection committee for college football.
Yeah, but there's no way in hell
she was on the playoff selection committee.
They'll let Condoleezza Rice because in the history of the league, that there's never been a hire that with no coaching experience. So they're not going to start with her.
What do you mean?
There's never been a head coach that didn't have any not head coach experience, but any sports experience.
She played volleyball in college. I mean,
football experience.
She has football experience.
Oh, come on. She got paid.
She was on the playoff.
Yeah, she got paid, and how much effort did she actually put into that committee? I mean,
she was in the playoff selection committee. Yeah,
she put her
college football.
She put her money in.
She got to decide who was in the playoffs.
Yeah, but how much did she really? She probably just organized the meetings and.
Listen.
She probably just organized the meetings.
Listen, can the Browns get worse?
Condoleezza Rice.
Can they be worse?
I laughed my ass off, dude. I almost spit out my coffee.
They won 4 games in 3 years, dude. Doesn't matter.
Only the Browns. The Browns will brown,
But I mean, who said that they'll only come out of retirement to coach the Browns?
What?
Bruce Arians.
Oh yeah?
He said he'll come out of retirement if he gets an opportunity to coach the Browns.
Well,
because he wants to turn the franchise around.
I mean, I don't know. I think she'll probably take a position in the organization now. Not coach, but I think they'll put Condoleezza Rice on some sort of.
The thing about Condoleezza Rice is, not to sound like a chauvinist, but she's a female.
Yeah, I mean,
and
but
a lot of these men are really tough, hard men, and typically men like that aren't going to want to take orders from a female.
Well, I could see
how to do manly things. Like
I could see a female getting a coach in that basketball. That like a former WNBA player. I could see something like that happen in basketball, but I don't see it in football. Because there's a couple assistant head coaches in the NBA, at least one. So I could see it happening in basketball.
But that's different. You have more.
That's what I'm saying.
You have more hand-on-hand experience in basketball because you can play basketball.
It's going to happen in basketball sooner
in football,
rather than later.
There's not a lot of hand-on-hand experience in football because there's not a lot of female football players. Mm-hmm. So you can only have so much experience.
Yeah.
Granted, I guess if you played in the Lingerie Football League or Legends Football League, as they call it now, I mean, I guess you could have some experience. But I mean, other than that, I mean, that's.
Yeah.
That'd be hard. I mean, you could be an assistant with that type of experience, but
it should be interesting what happens what happens with that. I mean, the Browns. What else can the Browns do?
I'm really interested.
To make it worse.
I'm really interested though to see the NFL as a whole fall apart with a new NFL.
XFL and
the XFL, and there's another league coming out this spring. it's not getting a lot of publicity. But that's they're coming out this spring.
Well, the XFL is only getting publicity because of
right, and they're coming out in another year after that.
Yeah,
but there's a professional football league coming out this spring that no one's talking about.
Yeah, Frank, you're talking about the AAF, right? That should be interesting. With all these teams coming in. You got a team. You're desperate when you have a team in Salt Lake City, Utah.
You know what though? They only have a lot of big markets right now. But the thing about it is, people running this league,
right,
are all very violent defenders. Like Troy Polamalu, Justin Tuck. You don't have to worry about any of this bullshit, spearing rule or like the putting the weight on the quarterback rule.
Right.
Defenseless receiver, because Troy Polamalu.
Yeah, because
none of those
those guys.
Those guys don't give a crap. They made their living on being violent as all hell. It's gonna be a violent ass league. The NFL better be marking its calendar. Those days are numbered, man.
I mean, yeah. If you're talking about the XFL coming too with Vince McMahon
and the XFL's the next year after that, and they don't care. So I mean, the NFL should probably mark its calendar, save their money. The NFL owners probably should start saving the money for their franchises, because
All right, so you ready to get to our sensible and cynical thoughts for the episode?
Sure, why not?
All right, Frank, you're up.
So my cynical thought is, it looks like right now the world's taking a step back. It's shaking out. A lot of negativity in it. The market's a little not moving too well. The NFL kind of blows. So, so hopefully things start to pick up and things start to get positive again, and America becomes great again. So hopefully that everything works out.
Yeah, the NFL was more pussified than ever. That's my cynical thought. That's my cynical thought. Screw being sensible in this episode. No, it's just this bullshit. These calls, they come in crucial times. And, the real problem I have with these weight penalty is it's a judgmental call. Because there's been times, Frank, where, Blake Bortles got hit and they didn't call it. These guys, the refs, they decide when. That's the real problem with the call, is it's a judgmental call. It's not like black and white. Like either he got the helmet or he didn't. This is judgmental as hell. Because you can
interference isn't judgmental?
No, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like every hit, you can decide. You can decide when and if the call the weight penalty. I mean, there's going to be weight on the quarterback every sack, and sometimes when you're 300 pounds, it's hard to like do some sort of magical disappearing act.
Didn't I already show you how that's set up?
Yeah, but you're not 300 and something pounds.
How do you know?
This guy was like 6'5", 300, and you're asking him to not only break two double teams from a tackle, like he had to break two tackles, like offensive tackles. I think he even got pushed into
Roethlisberger.
Yeah, Roethlisberger. So I don't know. I just think that I'm tired of all the pussified rules, and next year I don't know if I'll redo my NFL Game Pass.
You become
so,
an iron.
That's how.
Iron.
No, that's how I'll do my protest. Is I won't give them more money.
Doesn't really affect them bad.
All right. Subscribe, rate, and review us on iTunes. Take care.